What's up, YouTube? Hey, it's me again, shooting my next video. I wanted to stop a minute and show you a little bit of my collection so that you can get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. As I said in my very first video, I'm just getting back into the hobby, and what you see in front of you are binders of cards, small and mid-range cards that I've been able to hold on to for the last 20 years, and also some of these cards are from collections that I have bought off of people the last few months. Thought I'd put them all together, keep them, show them off, but like I said, these are all online at Beckett.com waiting to be traded away for things that I don't have. And I'm just going to flip through some of them, talk to you about some of them, or maybe even just talk to you about what it is that I'm looking to get. As you'll see as I'm flipping through, I'm going to switch hands here because it seems a little easier for me to do it right-handed. Sorry about the glare. As you'll see, like this page, I've got 9 different Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards from when I was young and collecting back then. I have quite a bit of multiples of each card, of several cards. Not every card I have multiples of, but several cards I have multiples of. Obviously, those are ones that I want to trade, but everything in here is for trade. So you just have to contact me. I'm going to put on the description of this video. I'm going to put on the description of this video what my email address is so that you can get a hold of me. I got to switch hands again. Sorry about the glare. I'm flipping through them pretty quick because I really don't want to spend a lot of time on any particular page or any particular player. You can see I have a lot of Piazzas there. There's a lot of Nolan Ryans. Feel free to contact me about any of these cards. Now, baseball is probably my #1 sport that I collect. But these two binders, this is football. We've got a small binder here of hockey cards and some other cards, some other non-baseball or football cards. Then we've got basketball over here. So as you can see, I've got a couple of binders full of these cards. And like I said, these are all small to mid-range cards. They're nothing, you're not going to find the really rare rookie cards in here. You're not going to find any real expensive autographs in here. Those cards I actually do have some. I don't have a lot because, again, I don't have a lot from the last 10 years, 15 years, so I'm missing quite a few of those particular cards, and that's what I'm basically getting back into. Trying to get back into collecting and getting those cards, because that really represents the majority of cards that I don't have right now. Beyond that, we're talking vintage cards. We're talking 70s and older, and I don't really have a lot of those. I don't really have any interest right now in collecting those cards. Don't really know much about the players, so I'd rather not collect those. Okay, so that's baseball. What I'll do is I'll put this aside, and let me just grab, I'll show you the hockey real quick because you can get through that pretty quickly. Again, I don't really have much hockey. I don't really know much about hockey. I do watch hockey, and I'm a bit of a fan, but not really a big fan. Then I have some racing cards as well. And I have some Tiger Woods cards, some golf cards behind that. So, and then even some comic book cards. So if you're interested in those, I'm definitely willing to trade those cards. So that's that binder. Football, same sort of thing. Bought a lot of football cards from collectors here in town that were trying to get rid of their cards to, free up space in their closet, or raise some extra funds for the holidays. Whatever the reason was, I was able to buy some really good collections of these types of cards for a very, very small price. I can tell you quite honestly that I paid pennies on the dollar for all these cards, or for their collections. One particular individual sold me a collection that he used to own a store back in the 90s, and so he had a ton of these types of cards that he didn't really want anymore. And he was keeping all the high price cards, obviously, but he wanted to get rid of all these small and medium range cards, and I was more than happy to take them off his hands, just because I had never seen them before. I had, obviously never collected them before, because they were during times when I wasn't collecting cards. Mid-90s, even late 90s, some in the early 90s. So, as you can see, I just have a lot of stuff that, if you're interested, if you have a favorite player, or a favorite team, these are the kinds of cards that you might be interested in, because you don't really see them all that often, because people really aren't interested in collecting these types of cards anymore. They have them tucked away in their closets and in binders like this, and all they're really looking for are collecting the jersey cards and the patches and the autographs, and that's what's more important to them. And I totally understand that. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand that sort of idea. Okay, so that's the football binder. Put that aside. I'll just show you real quickly the basketball binder. Probably the thing you'll see the most in here for basketball, you'll see a lot of Jordans, and you'll see a lot of players that were really big back in the 90s. Some are still around, very few, but some are. Grant Hill is still around. Obviously Michael Jordan's not around, but his cards go for quite a bit of money. Mourning's not around anymore. Dikembe's not around anymore. Karl Malone, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd's around, and these are guys that are these are Hall of Famers. So these cards are always going to be worth something. So it's real important that Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, even somebody like Latrell Sprewell, his rookie cards, Chris Webber, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett's in here. He's obviously still around. But these are guys that came out when when I was going through college. These are guys that were in college during the time I was in college, or maybe a little before I was in college. So it's a good example of what I have. And like I said, the upcoming videos, obviously I'm going to still break some boxes and add to this collection, but an upcoming video I'm going to show you my higher end cards, the cards that for me are higher end, probably not for you, because you're probably out there collecting autographs and patches and jerseys and that sort of thing. And I do have some of those, but I'm going to hopefully get some more of those as time moves forward. But I'll show you some of the older cards that are also higher end cards, that I would consider higher end cards. None of these are refractors, just in case anybody's wondering. Refractors would be worth a lot more. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of what I've got going on with my collection right now. And tells you a little bit more about where I'm coming from. So hopefully you got a better idea But with the kind of cards that I have, things that I try to collect, a lot of insert cards, a lot of rookie cards, and like I said, when I get to showing the other videos, I'll show you more of my higher end stuff too. So, okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll try to get to another box break today. Alright guys, talk to you later. Late.